Fox 6 News.
All right, Chip, thank you.
A third person is now accusing a longtime bus driver in Port Washington of sexual assault. 57-year-old Randy Mayer was already charged with touching 2 boys inappropriately. Now another family has come forward saying their son was also a victim. Our Brett Begansky is here with this developing story.
And the thought of more victims coming forward, Mayer's former employer calls them shocking and unsettling. And I spoke with one of the mothers of the alleged victims, who is also Mayer's former co-worker. Whether Mayer is guilty or not, the mother says all parents can learn something from this case.
My daughter saw her brother called up there for being naughty on the bus. She wasn't comfortable with his safety. She questioned it.
It was what his sister saw that sparked an investigation into Randy Mayer's 35-year career. Mayer was violating safety rules for forcing kids to sit on the engine compartment, or what's known as the doghouse. He was later fired.
Kids, when they talk things, they don't come in verbatim sequence for sequence.
We're not revealing her identity, but the alleged victim's mother in this latest case says her daughter also saw Mayer touching her brother.
I'm like touching how? She says, well, he'll, rub his earlobes, pat his face, touch his hair, massage his shoulders. She's like, quite frankly, Mom, it's kind of creepy.
She and her husband were concerned and sat down with their son.
My husband asked my son point blank, is Randy also touching you? And he put his head down and his face was red. And he began to cry. And the words out of his mouth were, I'm very afraid.
Mayer was arrested and charged with 3 counts of sexual assault. The criminal report says Mayer touched the 2 boys' genitals multiple times, and now a Port Washington police report says another family's son experienced a similar behavior. This mother is pleading with other parents out there, victims or not, to do one thing.
Pick one day a week. Pick the weekend. Sit down. Really listen to your children. Hear what they have to say, and remind them when you are educating them on the dangers that they face.
And we contacted Mayer's attorney for comments on this latest allegation. Our calls were not returned. Mayer's due back in court next month. Now, if convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. Ann.
Brett, thank you so much. Calming